Falls. Last week, a homeless man froze to death in this lot by the Dollar General off of Niagara Falls Boulevard. On Tuesday, I spoke with people who are trying to help the homeless population during this extreme cold.
It was like I felt like I was freezing to death. You know, I couldn't really. It was hard for me to sleep outside.
Albert Foster knows all too well what it's like to not have a home in the winter. He was once homeless just like Nathan Booth, a 45-year-old Niagara Falls man who froze to death last week in sub-zero weather.
They're not thinking, especially when the cold sets in, it starts to set in, you're not thinking clearly. And so they think, oh, I'll just kind of sleep here. And then in their sleep, their body just gets so cold that unfortunately it shuts down.
And this is where he was found, in this lot next to the Dollar General off of Niagara Falls Boulevard. According to the police report, he was found frozen to the ground and covered in snow, and he wasn't breathing.
He was a nice guy. He never bothered nobody. He always just stayed to himself. It breaks my heart for him to freeze to death. I mean, I know that had to be a miserable death.
But it grieves your heart when you get a text message that's saying, hey, this happened, and we're trying to figure out who it is. Is it a guy who normally stays here? Is it not?
To prevent such tragic deaths, the Niagara Gospel Mission serves as a code blue shelter.
The men here, having known that somebody had died outside of here, there's just an increased desire to see more men come in and getting the word out to people in the homeless community that if they're living in an abandoned house, they don't have to stay there. They can come somewhere like this and have shelter and heat and food and friendship.
What's it like to be homeless in the cold?
Well, it feels like you're all alone. You have no one to turn to.
You know what? In the very beginning, you're a little mad. You're a little upset, and you're wondering why me.
I'm not used to this kind of weather. I'm not really from here.
But that's why we got the gospel mission to prevent that, so people won't have to freeze to death. People can be able to have a hot meal and a nice warm place to stay.
A warm place to stay and find hope for the future. We're a voice for Niagara Falls. Maki Becker, 7 News.